Hey, she talked too much. I got here before I did. Hey, peoples. I'll give y'all a minute to come on in here. Trouble in my way. Make me cry sometimes. I'm not making light of the situation with Brian, but a lot of the music is telling the truth, honey. Trouble in your way. So, what we want to discuss tonight is apparently Brian was excited about getting to his doctor on yesterday, and apparently he's seen his doctor, and he says he got some bad news. He did not identify what the bad news was, or what his diagnosis was, or what the doctor told him, but it seems like whatever it was, it triggered a depression in him, where he feels like he's dying. Or that's what he said. I mean, we don't know. You know, sometimes people do a hit of something, and they're just depressed or whatever, right? We don't know what's going on inside of him. We don't know if it's just something that got triggered in him. But I want to say that as far as these situations with these doctors, man, you just don't know. I got diagnosed with HIV/AIDS in 1986. In 1986, it told me I had HIV. Now, it doesn't mean the same thing as it does now. People seem to think that's a joke now, something to laugh about, right? The 3 letters and house in Virginia or some shit. But at that time, it was a very scary proposition, particularly since people were dying in 2 to 3 years. Some were not even making it a year. And they tell me that I had that, right? So I thought I was dying then. I was 28 years old. 28 years old when I got diagnosed. I'm now 66. So I know how it feels to get bad news from doctors. And people think that, well, as you get old, you're going to get one thing. Oh, you got the 3 letters. You got the, honey, it's so much more complicated than that, right? It's so much more complicated than that. I done had discussion with doctors about kidneys, liver, and onions. I done, honey, the whole gambit. I sat right here on YouTube and had cancer and went through it right here on YouTube. Correct? So, I mean, I understand how scary it is, but because a doctor gives you a diagnosis, I remember when they told me that I had high blood pressure. Well, that had to be at least 25 years ago. 25 years ago, right? So that requires a pill. HIV requires a pill. Whatever. You just do what the doctor tells you to do. I got the impression, Brian, since you continually brought up that you had done something wrong and you had messed over your body, and how could you let this happen to you? That you're associating whatever this diagnosis is with some activities or your body. We all know that you consider yourself and you identify yourself as being overweight regularly, right? We've also seen you working on your weight or trying to keep it down, and I'm sure that's very frustrating. But that kind of rules out a lot of things if you say it's something that you did, because we all know that cancer has got nothing to do with something you did, right? So until you're ready to tell the whole story, I mean, you say whatever you want to do. Is your channel. But since you seem to be associated with your weight, I figured either he had been told him he got high blood pressure or diabetes, or he's pre-diabetic. Now I was pre-diabetic for years and years, 15 years at least, back and forth, back and forth. You're diabetic, you're not diabetic, you're diabetic, you're not that, you're pre-diabetic, and all that old shit, child. It only hurts when they first tell you, child. You just learn to accept things and move the hell on. Is what it comes down to. Now I've been on here talking about this goddamn neck of mine for has it been 2 months? Over 2 months, right? About how I got to something pulled in my neck. My arm hurts all down my arm. And so we're just talking. And so on yesterday, I was talking to my sister. I have 2 sisters. And I was describing that situation and telling them that I'd already had 2 MRIs. I was scheduled to see a pain specialist and all this. And what she told me was very valuable. She said, go to YouTube, and they have got dozens of tutorials about getting pinched nerves in your neck. She described she had the exact same thing. She told me how she went in there and they gave her this shot in her neck, and it was horrible pain, the worst pain she ever had. And then when she came home, the neck wasn't cured. And she followed tutorials on YouTube from various doctors, or what do you call those people, physical therapists. And it's something I could have been doing all by myself, all alone, right? So every time the doctor tells you something wrong, oh and shit, now I'm gonna be, my neck's messed up, my back's messed up, I got arthritis in my neck, I got arthritis in my elbows, and all that kind of shit, child. So that's not gonna be fatal either. I already started doing the exercises. Also, it's a possibility that what happened was, since you have been on this weight loss journey, and since you have been working so hard to lose weight, and you have been wearing these plastic bags and sweating it off and doing everything you could to try to control your weight, you might have went in there expecting to be given a prescription for one of these weight loss drugs. I see Sister Wilson is over there prescribing drugs for you, Dr. Wilson. Anyway, and if the doctor told you, no, I can't prescribe that for you, you do not have a qualifying disease. I mean, you got to have a prescription for it, because who can afford to pay for it, right? So it could be something like that, where you were getting your hopes up about getting one of these drugs, and you were refused. But we can only guess at this point. I hate to see you just depressed. You sound more like you're depressed more than anything else, Brian. Now, I know some people will say, well, why are you coming to YouTube? Why are you bringing it to YouTube? Well, many times we don't feel like we have anybody else to talk to. If we're on here regularly, this may be your YouTube family, honey. You can have a church family. You can have your real family. You can have a YouTube family. You can have a family on your job. You wanted somebody to talk to and to vent. That's a possibility as well. So we're hoping that it's not something so serious. I can't imagine anything being worse than these damn cancers, but they are treated, right? And you just accept it. And it's not, you're not done, baby. You said you're gonna die. Welcome to the club. Not a goddamn soul is going to escape that fate. But you are, what, about 30 years old? Without even knowing what your symptoms are, I would say that death is not imminent. Right? You do what your doctor says. You have coverage, use it. How y'all doing? Well, he was over there crying and stuff, but Brian has been known. I mean, he's admitted that he has had depression, and that he's cried on here before. It's not that shocking, right? But I do understand when it's like, when they say, I'm not even gonna tell you all the shit I got, honey. I'm not even gonna tell you, because these people on YouTube seem to think that's fodder for their videos. Correct? But just trust me, I've been through a whole lot, honey. Whole lot. Still going through a whole lot. And I'm not scared anymore. When I had that cancer, I was in, they were taking me to the operating to get this liver cancer, right? They caught it early. And somehow or other, after the surgery, I couldn't, they put all these fluids in you when they're about to operate on you, right? They pump you full of all these fluids, it's water. And I couldn't release the water, right? My stomach was just swelling up. It was a very scary experience, right? And I'm just holding on to God. I'm holding on to God's hand, honey. Have faith, live by your faith, because that's the only thing only you're gonna have at the times of trouble like that, right? I'm just holding on. I came out of the hospital. I said, damn, I just came through cancer. Can't believe it. I didn't panic, even though I could have I felt like when I was in the elevator with this shit swole up, my body was all swelling up. I did feel like death was imminent. But you get through. You get through all kind of shit. Right? How y'all doing tonight? Here we on a little bit later on in the evening. I was amazed though. She told me this thing, apparently this pinched nerve thing is a very common kind of thing. And each one of these doctors have various remedies for it. I just got to learn how to pay attention and do what the hell they say. Those exercise, lean to this one. Then the other one said, lean to that one. And the other one said, sit straight up. And then the other one said, put your hand back. I'm doing all of it. Physician, heal thyself. What y'all doing? She talked to Merch, Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Y'all give Brian a little encouragement. Hey, commentary. Oh, that's Joyce. Is that Joyce Blogs? Or is there another Joyce? Commentary by Joyce. Rodney. Itzy. Miss Sherry. How's everybody? These bodies are resilient, honey. You'll be amazed what you can come through. Don't panic. It only hurts for a while. It only hurts for a minute. The first cut is the deepest, baby. And you accept that and you move on. When I go into that doctor's office, honey, I go in there with fear and trembling. What now? You done took my ice cream away. You done took all my sweets away. You done told me I got diabetes. You done told me I got high blood pressure. You done told me I got AIDS. You done told me, I mean, it just goes on and on and on. There's always something. But that's what the process is, the aging process. Now, he's way young to be having issues right now. And if it was the issue of him not being able to get the kind of weight loss shots that he wants, those things are coming out more and more right now. They have them that you don't even have to have diabetes, correct? So that's moving pretty fast. So there will be an opportunity, I'm sure, that we want to get all of America on the stuff. This is my YouTube family and friends. I have revealed things about myself that I have never told anyone else actually know, that I didn't actually know personally. I feel you, Goonies. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you just want somebody to talk to, honey. That's why you're going to therapy. It ain't like the therapy got some magic wand. You're going to crack you in your head. You're going to be better. No, you just want somebody to talk to. Somebody will sit there and listen. And yes, it can. Some people, oh, this is not a therapy. This is whatever you make it, honey. Right? Don't let nobody else tell you what is beneficial to you. You want to vent? Vent. Anyway, I never had no problem with BRIINE. He's always been respectful to me. So I'm hoping the best for him. And also, his mom has only been gone like a year, right? I didn't cry. I was madly in love with one person in my entire life. And when that person died, I didn't cry for, it's almost 2 years. I didn't cry for almost 2 years. And it just hit me like that. I was on the floor. Right? So we don't know how we're going to grieve. And sometimes we're going to all of a sudden realize how alone we are when we need that person, you know. So I guess more will be revealed with BRIINE. I wouldn't panic. I wouldn't panic. He's not got no death sentence, although those are the words he chooses to use. Some of y'all been through trouble in my way, make me cry sometimes. Lord, I got trouble. Well, BRIINE was singing at the end of his video. Why can't I sing? So he was singing at the end of his video. Apparently he has somewhere else to go. I don't know what kind of bad news is, doctor. I mean, you got to get used to it. They're always going to say you're obese, you're morbidly obese. Hope that ain't the bad news, honey. Shit, I was still relatively small when he said I had morbidly obese, you know. Lose some weight. Well, that's part of the doctor's stick. We can all benefit from that. I don't know what you think you've done to yourself. I'm sure you wasn't shooting up crystal meth 4 times a day for 17 years. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to make it about me. I'm just saying the body is resilient, honey. God is a good God. His designs are excellent. God is good. You got it, Bruce. That's what it comes down to, honey. Trusting in God. That's right. According to the book they calling God, honey, you've already won. If you got Christ in your heart, you already won, whether you live or die. Yeah, you're only here for what, 70 to 80 years, 80, 90 years, child. How long? What does that compare to eternity? That's what the Bible promises. In my Father's house, there are many mansions. Hi, Lionheart. What's going on, Misunderstood? I hope you're doing well. We are doing good. Hi, Prima Wanda moderator. Dovey Milton's in here. What's going on? I'm glad we don't have to always be so evil over here, honey. Just read, read, read. That's not all of life, right? Some of these people, they're so insincere. I see them over here. Yes, I was well aware of that situation with Miss Tita Talks. I didn't see I can add anything to that story at all. People over here, oh, I'm devastated. I'm gonna call your mama and all this old shit. Child. No, it's not like that, child. You don't have to speak on everything, right? A horrible thing has happened. A child is dead. Everything is not a comedy show, honey, or content for your $12 videos. But people gonna talk. I mean, if something happens like that on YouTube, of course they're gonna talk about it. They're gonna talk about it. If something happens to me, I'm rushed to the hospital or to prison. Yeah, Timothy Blaine doesn't relapse. Child, he back in prison. Of course they're gonna talk about you, but they're gonna be mums the word. Whatever. I think that woman Tita Talk, she should be about ready to get out, ain't she? If this happened last year and they only sentenced her to 19 months, then I would imagine she's about ready to get out. Generally speaking, state time or you get, yeah, that's state time, 19. Anything over 16 months is a prison time. But it's prison time, it's called a turnaround. So if you get 16 months, 2 years, it's your turnaround. You don't even hit the prison yard. You go in there, you wait in reception, and at some point they call you for release. You're only in there for a minute, right? But she'll do a few months. But if she got halftime, she'd be on her way out of prison now, right? If she did it last year, hell, half of 19 was that 9 months, 10 months. But a violent crime, you don't usually get halftime. You get 85%. So I don't know if they would classify that as an accident or would that be considered a violent crime. But if it is an accident and she got reckless homicide or something, and they've sentenced her to 6 to 19 months, she could be getting out at any minute. Mm-hmm. It's Joyce Vlogs, Mr. Blaine. Mm. I'm so glad you left that camp, Joyce Vlogs. The J. Wilson Clinic is open, I guess, over there, child. He's telling him he got to have Merzoner or whatever thing he's on. Did Jay Wilson slip and say that he's been on this drug for 2 years? I took that weight off 2 years. It's going on 2 years now. I just take that shot. I'm not hungry no more. So he gave the whole speech about the drug. But apparently he said he just started taking the drug, right? Y'all know which one he's on. He pretending like he just started taking it. But it was always a mystery of how he lost all his weight so quickly and how he was able to call the date when he would lose the weight and how he disappeared for a couple of weeks and came back with weight loss. But now it seems to me, from what I heard from what he said today, he said, like, I've been on this 2 years. It's been 2 years I kept that weight off. I'm just not hungry. I'm just not. So were you not hungry from the time that you lost the weight when you went away for 3 weeks, Jay Wilson? Or are you not hungry starting just recently? Which is it? Right? Because we know we pumped and asked and prodded him about how did you lose the weight initially? Oh, I'm just going to the gym. When you go to the gym, as I've said before, I said it then, I'll say it again. When you go to the gym, your weight changes. You don't have drastic weight loss by simply going to the gym, because what happens is as you lose the fat, you gain muscle. So your weight essentially stays very close to the same, right? So did you have help then, Jay Wilson? Do we have to always wait and let things slip out with you, Jay Wilson? Oh, Timothy, please, not another Jay Wilson video. Okay, we won't let him steal Brian's date. I see several people are trying to pump him up, make him feel a little better. That's what it is when you go to the doctor, honey. And as you get older, they're gonna keep on telling you stuff, right? They're gonna take away the sugar. They're gonna take away the salt. Right? They're gonna have you running around the block 4 times a day. They just do what they say, honey. Show up. Show the hell up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the feds are definitely 85%. Some say 100%, but they're in that range. There's almost all the time, 85%. But a state crime, if it's a violent crime and you're in the pen, a violent felony, you don't qualify for halftime. So even if you get to prison and you work, you still don't get halftime. You get 85% because it is a violent crime. That's the law in California. But even if she is doing that much, I mean, she's still within striking distance of getting out, right? Surgery and diet pills, now shots. Lord have mercy, Miami. When people lie like that, you're never gonna know the truth, honey. You got to dig it out. You got to pick little pieces here. Oh, he said that there. Unfortunately, what he doesn't realize is people are listening. And just like I picked up on that, what he just said a few minutes ago, a lot of people have. He said, "Oh, I thought he said that he just went to the gym for 3 weeks and lost something like 60 pounds." Right? Now we know these new drugs will take it off. It'll take it off initially. You have to maintain it to stay off. So far, I lost my first 15 pounds. That was in the first 3-4 weeks. But I haven't seen any difference since then. I'm trying to not be weighing myself every day. I don't want to get all spazzed out about it. But a lot of people have lost a whole lot more weight than that. I think Whoopi lost over 100 pounds, 150 pounds. So it's good. Talk about it, honey. Shit, a lot of people get on that train. If you got insurance, why not? It costs $1,000 a month, though. So thank God for insurance, or the kind that I have. They gave it to me because I do have diabetes, so I didn't even ask for it. Even though everybody on the internet was talking about, Ozempic. I didn't ask that woman for that. She said, "Oh, there's a slight tick up in your A1C," and I had to confess that I had been cheating. Right? It started off with a little brownie here, then I was having a little ice cream, and then before you know it, I was doing basically desserts every day. I said, "Oh, this won't hurt me. I'm on the pill. I'm still taking the other ones." She said, "No, if you want it, I can switch you to Ozempic." That's the way it happened. One painless shot in the stomach a week. Mm-hmm. I just think if you lose some weight, though, you have a lot of other health issues. You have a lot less, and if you're lighter, it's easier on your knees. Like I haven't had leg problems in quite some time, but at one point I did. But if I can get down below 200, then I think I would have a lot less problems like that as well. Now I'm not out there trying to be cute no more. Those days is long gone, right? But at the same time, it would be nice to have a flat stomach, right? Who wants to walk around looking like Santa Claus? We got to keep up with all this technology, honey, and all this pharmaceutical advancement as well. No doctor will give you that for 2 years straight unless you are diabetic. What's the one they have Ozempic, but what's the one that is not? Is it called Moderna or something like that? And of course, they're all kind of copy each other at this point. There'll be probably 3 more on the market by next year. That's how it usually goes. That drives the price down as they compete with each other. But yeah, one of my sisters, she took it, and she gave her praises about it. So I know somebody who actually had went through it. I talked to several people, and of course, everything's on YouTube too. The gym is for fitness, not massive weight loss. He's a liar. God damn it. He's no good. A heartbreaker. He is a liar and he's a cheat. Yeah, it's good to have exercise. The only exercise I'm getting right now is I walk. And my doggy boy, he keeps me walk. I got to take him out, of course, twice a day. But I used to go to the gym. I went to the gym 15 years straight until only reason I stopped was because of COVID. And after COVID was over, I said, I don't be bothered with that. I ain't lose no weight. Shit. And then at the end of the last few years at the gym, all I was doing was cardio. Well, cardio can be walking or renting one of these rental bicycles. I haven't done that yet, but they have these rental bicycles right in front of my door. Could do that. Just get some exercise in. Some of these gym bunnies, they want biceps and triceps and washboard stomachs and all. And I'm not straining myself, especially when old people do it. Of course, usually it's people who've been doing it their whole lives. That's just part of their personality. But it doesn't look the same. All them veins and stuff, all that. Whatever. I'm kind of lazy with that kind of stuff. My nurse at Mimi Pops, she had to start off with the low. Yeah, you have to start off with the low dose and took a shot every other week. Itzy. Well, they start you off. They started me off anyway with 25 milligrams in this pen that they give you. It's pretty easy to learn how to do this stuff. But the first month was just that 25 milligrams. After 25 milligrams, then they give you 50 milligrams. But you got to work your way into it. They don't start you off that heavy. Seems like it's what most people get, the same diagnosis. Yeah, just follow your doctor's orders. And shot every other week. Well, maybe they gave her the whole 50, but on every other week. I don't know. Trademark. It will take years before the genetics. Okay, if it's trademark. Okay, is that how it works? Good part of my family works for Eli Lilly Company, and so they always had conversation about pharmaceuticals. They make Cialis. I think that came after. What's the one for make your dick hard? Excuse me, ladies. Anyway, that's one of their main drugs now. But you were right; they had to wait on the other patent to expire. Took a long time. But they can adjust things. There's already 3 of them out there, I think. All of a sudden, what you say, Goonies? All of a sudden, Uncle Tim like muscles on a man. Ooh, I want muscles all over his body. I don't care if he's young or old. Yes, I do. Just as long as he's beautiful. I just need someone I can hold on to. Ain't nobody mad at the muscles, honey. I don't like them great big old guys though. That doesn't turn me on. Mm-hmm. Whole lot of people do though. Thank you, Prima Wanda. Y'all listen, Prima Wanda. If you want to support this channel, don't forget the Cash App. Somebody's real upset about that. They don't know how to express it. I ain't say no names. There's no genetic artane because it was patentized. It took almost 10 years to get genetic version. Goonies, you still looking stuff up? Viagra. Okay. Yeah. Cialis is the same thing, right, J-Balls? I think it's what they make there now. They're all retired now from Lilly, but when we were young, that was a company to get on to, honey. Mm-hmm. A lot of the big companies have left Indiana years ago. St. James is here. And white. What? St. James messy. When he was here, he kept saying, "You like them white boys, don't you?" Why people care about what other people sleep with, child? In my opinion, you're not a man if you're gonna let other people dictate what you do with your dick. I'm sorry. I just the way I feel about it. I don't give a goddamn what they feel about it, child. I likes what I like. Mm. Lord have mercy. I ain't even talked to one of the boys in years, honey. Mm. Oh, some of you. Oh, okay. Honeysuckle says it's okay. Some of us like a nice hard piece too. Okay, I understand. I understand. Don't nobody want that little stuff that a certain person have. Eeny weeny teeny weeny little bitty short man. Don't nobody want that, honey. Mm-mm. Oh, Squeenie. Go. Woo! My baby fart. Oh, god damn. Why you always gotta sit right up under me? Go away, boy. Go away. Get a bum over there. Get a bum over there. He said, Daddy's already gone now. Too late. St. James, you like meeting my dog? He was really impressed with you. We had a long talk about it. Mm-hmm. He said, you like him, Daddy. He gets so excited whenever there's company here, honey. He flips off, falls on his head. I said, hold on a minute. Just give him a minute. He'll calm down. Cialis can be used for erectile dysfunction or pulmonary hypertension as it is a vasodilator. Okay. So you're saying that was prescribed for something else, and they discovered weren't a lot of these drugs prescribed for something else? I don't know. Wegovy, Mounjaro. Oh, now Zepbound. That's a new one. I haven't heard of that one. Wegovy is what I'm thinking about. Where you don't have to have diabetes, and I understand that it's stronger than Ozempic, but you don't have to have diabetes. However, all this stuff is very expensive, so you got to have a doctor willing to prescribe it for you if you have insurance, right? I understand for some people, even the copay is kind of high since you got to take it every week. Mm-hmm. Wegovy, that's the one that the Whoopi Goldberg used. Mm-hmm. It's subtle. Yesterday, what I eat yesterday? No, today I had leftover Chinese food. But I mean, the main thing is it doesn't make you like go to the bathroom more or get rid of the stuff. It keeps stuff in your stomach. The key thing is you're just not hungry, right? I can't even eat a full meal at this point because it becomes uncomfortable. I don't got to run to the bathroom, nothing like that. I'm just not that hungry. And I used to snack constantly, and I don't have that desire to do that. I got to pick one thing and then let that be the reason, honey. Mm-hmm. Yes, he liked me. Mm-hmm. If you was evil, I bet you if Jay Wilson on here, he'd start scratching and tearing his clothes off. I trained him, honey. Demon. The dogs can tell. They can tell a lot of stuff, honey. That's why they got them at the airports. They got all kinds of little doggy jobs, honey. Mm-hmm. They can sense when you're scared of them. That's why they get all barky, because they sense you're scared of them, or they sense you don't like them, or you're afraid of them. That's who they react to. Mm-hmm. Suppresses the appetite, right? Yeah, it does. It's kind of subtle though, because I should have lost more than 15 pounds. That fell off immediately. But I'm not fat. I don't have a lot of fat to lose. Y'all tell me if I start getting that Skeletor look in my face, look like Jay Wilson. I'm just going to the gym. Y'all check out that video today. Well, I'm not going to tell nobody to go over there, but it sounded a whole lot like what he was saying was that mystery weight loss he had, he was already on one of these drugs. That's why it went away. That's why he ain't picked it back up. That weight been off for 2 years now. That weight been off about, of course, he's going to exaggerate the number. About 2 years now. Okay, so what are you saying? Yeah. People say, I'm scared of needles. No, you don't. You can't even feel this one. All you feel is just a little bit of pressure. It's nothing. You don't feel anything really. It's a little bitty tiny thing. Zera is a medication that is expensive, so it's hard to find, and all the stores are battling the country for a price. Okay, it's Griza. Is Griza Ingreza? Did I hear that name before? I don't know. There'll be other ones popping up. That'll bring the price down. I mean, the whole all of America is overweight, as they say. Something like 75% of us are obese. J Boss, I got that Viagra. I said, you know what? It's been too many years, honey. Been in the storm for too long. I'm gonna give me some Viagra and give me some trade for my birthday, right? And so I went to the doctor. I said, listen, no, I tried it. I tried to do it with the dude, and it didn't work. So this apartment is still a virgin. So I couldn't get it up for him. I mean, he came in, he dropping his drawers. By the time he got past the entry door, he's already ready to go. I said, oh, no, I can't do it like that, buddy. Not for at least the last 30 years. So next couple of days, I went and got some Viagra. And I said, okay, I got to try and see if it's worked. But I have no problem with erectile dysfunction. It's just this when it's with another person. And I've only tried it one time, really. But that guy, he was just too fast and freaked me out. And plus, I am 60-something years old. Anyway, so that whole bottle's still sitting in there. They called me back over to Safeway and said, oh, you want to renew your... I said, no, there'll be no need for that. I'll talk to me in the next 10 years, honey. So I haven't tested it again since then. What's going on, St. James? Are you familiar with the people in the beef sector? I feel for Brian. I mean, he seems to have some, sometimes people who are very aggressive, there's a soft side to them as well. Right. And I think he struggled with several things about his self-identity. So he could just be having one of those days. It's just one of those days, feels like a freight train. Next one to complain, leave with a brush-string. Damn right, I'm a maniac. Better watch yourself because I'm fucking shit up. One of those days, honey. Jay Wilson, Honeysuckle said Jay Wilson was off YouTube for about 2 weeks and then came back very thin. I actually think he had weight loss surgery. Why can't he admit to it if he had that though, child? Right? Maybe he can inspire other people who are afraid of it, child. Say, oh, it was successful. Yeah, I did this, I did that. Some people can just do that, right? You can go over there and watch The View, and people come and talk about their brain surgery and their heart surgery, and people can just, I'm that way. I just like to tell it like it is. I ain't got all these damn secrets. So yes, Honeysuckle, that is initially what I believed as well. He went away somewhere because for 2 months before he actually went and lost all his weight in 3 weeks, he was telling us what day he was going to lose the weight. Now, how's that possible unless you're going to lay up under the knife? Tracy's here. Hi, Tracy. What's going on, Tracy? And I also think, remember, sometimes he gets on here, he just talking all fast and shit. Because generally speaking, he talks extremely slow. I don't have those degrees. That's the way he talks. But sometimes he be in that car, just like, that's got to be speed of some sort. Either diet pills, what do they call that shit they put in meth? Whatever. They make meth out of some of that. I forget. It's been so many years. Some of that over-counter stuff. Yeah, but he came out one time and showed all these supplements he's on. Okay, you're taking all these supplements, but none of them have anything to do with weight loss, huh? Really? Well, he admits now that he's on one of these Wegovy drugs. It's not Wegovy, it's one of the other ones. Whatever. I don't know what he's so ashamed of. Just say what it is, girl. Damn. No, I got to be caught. Hi, Dane. What's going on? A lot of women in my office are using weight rapidly, losing weight rapidly, and claiming to be Yeah, some people are very embarrassed by it, Dane. I don't know why. I don't understand why. If it's working for you, honey, you should be grateful. Yeah, I've encountered that many times. People say, "No, I didn't do nothing. No, I just doing the right diet." No, you're full of shit. Whatever. People do it. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. Don't let me tell you. Don't boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this shirt is blousy, so I don't think I got skinny and then. Mm-hmm. That Natasha? No, that's Natasha. Natasha Underwood. How you doing? Uh-huh. Well, one of y'all figure out when that woman is she's due to get out of prison because they're saying this happened way back last April or something. That's over a year ago, right? A year and 3 months. I think she's about ready to get out. If she's not already out, who knows? People are speculating Brian was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Are they basing it on anything? That's more than likely. I mean, he knows he's overweight. So that's just a thing that a lot of people get. You're overweight, honey. I had it. I have it now. It ain't going nowhere. They say that if you get your A1C below a certain thing, then you won't be diabetic no more. But you'll still be pre-diabetic. You know, if you're gonna, it's gonna be your struggle. I'd imagine, but type 2 diabetes is not any huge big deal, honey. Maybe he'll get his Ozempic then, right? If he has insurance, they'll diagnose him with that. He can get it. Or they said he don't have it and he was looking forward to getting it, right? I don't know what his mom passed away with, but also if it's something that runs in your family, you're always going to be nervous about a diagnosis like that, right? If you have several relatives pass away from diabetes, of course it's going to concern you, but you'll get over it, right? After it, honey, that first cut is the deepest. Believe me, I know. I've been so many times I thought, okay, this is it. I'm getting close to the end. Here I am, 37 years later. Beef Inquirer, thank you for the 5, brother. Tim, they are saying this is Brian's karma for the vile, hateful, homophobic, and transphobic he has been spirit. No, no, baby, it ain't that. God don't work like that. It's not his karma for. How you gonna be a hateful homophobia and he's a homophobia? Self-loathing homophobia. Yes, he suffers from that as well. So Brian's gonna have to grow up, find his way, honey. If he wants to expose all these things to people on YouTube, they're just going to use it against him. So I don't know what the point is. But no, it's not. Honey, the just, what is it? Fortune reigns on the just and the unjust. God blesses the just and unjust. There's a whole lot of devils up there living like kings in Hollywood, honey. It ain't their karma. It's being alive, living in the world. But he, at that size, at some point, he probably is going to become either pre-diabetic or diabetic at some point, right? It's just what it is. If he does lose a lot of weight, and he has, we can talk about him, but he has been the most aggressive one about attempting to lose the weight. I mean, most people I know don't put on trash bags and go and sweat like that, right? And soon I got one little tear of sweat, I'm ready to go. Time to go. So he's worked hard at it. Perhaps if he loses the weight, then he won't. Maybe that's what the doctor told him. Lose the weight, you won't become diabetic. Or you could have type 2 diabetes. It ain't that big a deal. It's one pill or two pills. Or one pill. Right now, I'm taking one pill. What's it called? Uh, the main one they give everybody. And Ozempic. I cut out the second one that I was taking. Right. And I stopped cheating. I had been cheating for that whole year as far as these sweets and stuff goes. I do occasionally have, I get one box of Lucky Charms. That's a treat. Metformin. Yeah, I'm on metformin still. That worked immediately. I mean, that brought my numbers way down immediately. Right. I think pretty much everybody gets on that. So I'm on metformin and Ozempic. You just have to get used to it when the doctor gives you a diagnosis. What are you going to do about it? You know, a lot of people, they don't go to the doctors. You know, when they told me I had high blood pressure, well, hell, back in them days, that was way back in the 80s, child, early 90s. You know, black people, that used to be the #1 killer for black men. I had every reason to believe that was another death sentence, but it wasn't. It's one pill a day. Honey, she's not on house arrest because they looked it up and she's locked up. That's for now. She locked up. Locked up. They won't let her out. I think she got off pretty good, honey. If you only got 19 months, you didn't kill somebody or, caused the death. I understand that it was an accident, but, you got a pool. What was the baby in the yard? It's extremely irresponsible and it's devastated that family, no doubt. So to get 19 months ain't shit. I used to get that for shoplifting. Oh my goodness. Goonies, why you have to go mess things up? Uncle Tim, did your doctor warn you that you will have flapjacks or fried eggs hanging by a nail after you wait? Baby, I'm not fat, Goonies. Sorry. I'm sorry I disappoint you, honey. I'm not going to have a whole lot of skin. I mean, people have to deal with what they have to deal with, honey. That's not going to be my issue because I'm not fat. I mean, I can stand up and show you if you want me to. My waist is still a 38. It's just I got this belly is all, right? So no, you're talking about people who are big and they lose a lot of weight very fast. They'll have that skin like Jay Wilson face, right? I think at some point he was using fillers in his face because it was crooked, right? He had one chin, one was up here, and the other one was down here. Because when you get those fillers in your face, they used to give those to HIV people when they start massive weight loss, but you got to do like this for several days, right? You got to work it in your face. His was droopy. I don't think I'm gonna experience any of that because I don't have anything to lose. I don't even got no titty meat. I think they did go down a little bit. I may have regular chest, but I don't think it's gonna be my issue, Goonies. Sorry. I hope it doesn't disappoint you. Like y'all, you didn't see him when he came back from that little vacation to his child. Lord have mercy. He got fillers. All of these, it's like Botox, right? It just fill your cheeks in. You ain't got no ladies either. Wait a minute. What's good, Unc? What's good, Daddy Dollar? Danny Dollar? I ain't got no ladies. I got something though. If I chose. No, I don't need nobody hanging on, baby. Who got Botox? Well, I was saying that I believe Wilson there's a very good chance that he got fillers in his face. Botox is a filler. Botox, they usually shoot it in your lips, though, right? People complain about black people got big lips, and then they go and pay thousands of dollars to get theirs done, girl. They're going to have big lips, big ass, honey. They're going to get new titties. What's going on, Honest Roll? How much is the cost? Which one? Oh, Ozempic is $1,000 a month. Almost even thousand, like $9.98. But if you have insurance, I think somebody was telling me they only pay $40. If you have insurance, just pay your copayment if you have one. The trick is just to get your doctor to prescribe it. I got all my teeth though. I sure do. And I put them in the jar at night. They belong to me. That's a sugar daddy. You know he got that 40 under his pillow. Ooh, 40 under the pillow. What's the 40 for? Is that what asshole costs these days? Mm-mm. And they keep it under the pillow. Ooh, you're telling too much of your business, Cooch. Cooch Cobbler. Sugar daddy. Go on, baby. Go on, get you some new shoes. I don't think so. Gonna be your sugar daddy, give you kissing when it's missing, baby. Now, well, I'm giving you the candy. He's getting all your love. Mary Jane says she's about to and I'm gonna love you, girl. It ain't ever gonna stop. Oh, maybe I'm a fool, just a fool in love with you. I can't help myself. Oh no, gonna be your sugar daddy. Y'all youngins don't know nothing about that. Yeah, I love my baby dog. He got a new haircut. You want to show your bald head haircut, baby? Get that bum up here. Come on, get that bum up and don't poot on me. Get that bum up. Oh, daddy, more show business, more show business. You like a stage mom. Look at my baby. You look like a little mouse. They left the ears. They look so beautiful and cute. I like him when he's a little bit more fuzzy. You want to show him the tail? Say, no, don't show him the tail, daddy. They go crazy. I like him when he gets a little more fuzzy. Ooh, how do you do your tongue? Ooh, oh yes, I can tell they're dentures now by how you do your tongue. Baby, I'm not ashamed of shit. I'll tell you, if I had a wooden leg, I'd be telling you I got a wooden leg, girl. It ain't no thing to me, baby. We saw the nipple sitting on his belly. Ooh, whose nipples you saw sitting on their belly? You said that was about Granny. Brother McCrae. You said you saw his titties. That's why he wore all of them clothes over it. St. James, wait a minute. They're saying that that moth do. What? What that moth do? Ooh, you know, they say it's something else when you take them teeth out, honey. The boys and the girls say that. Ooh. You ever been in a situation when they go down, when they get ready to go down and they get kind of, ooh, that's some good head, boy. Them experts, honey, got away with them, honey. Mm-hmm. There used to be a girl in prison. She's a transgender woman, right? I don't know if it's true or not, but they said that they used to call it heater head, right? And short for heat. So we worked in the chair factory. So every time you sit in the chair in a state facility, the prisons make the furniture, right? They make the desks, they make the chairs and all that. But they had 2 floors, so in the elevator, she can get them off between floors. That's the only time you're gonna be alone in the factory. You know, they call the heat. I never looked in her mouth, but they said that yes, she had some hateful head, honey. Heater head. Men and women like it. Well, women don't need no teeth down there, do she? Maybe it don't make them too much difference. It might be easier on the nipples, though. Just call me Gumby. No, I never made no appearances without my teeth, without my grill. I used to volunteer for the church a few years ago. And one time I was rushing my friend who I volunteered with, this minister I volunteered with. He was driving the van, and I rushed so fast that when I got into his van, he said, he kept looking at me, right? And he said, I had left my teeth in the house, girl. Well, that will never happen again. They call you Superhead. Ooh, Miss P ain't shame. I'm proud of it. What do you do well? They always come back. Hey, Superhead. Short for just call me Soup. Younger Tip doesn't have the trouble Donald Trump passed with his dentures and keeping. Donald Trump got dentures, child. You can imagine that child before he goes to bed, all that fat, no hair. They said some of that shit is glued into his head, but he had enough money to get a full head of hair, but he said it hurt so bad when they were putting the needles in, right? So I don't know if he got a toupee mixed in. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's really attached to his head. But you can imagine that thing without all the adornments and the expensive suits and all that. Right now they're preparing the big chicken. They brought a big Donald Trump chicken here for the parade. When he ran the first time, they had a naked statue of him, and with a little bitty pea, a great big old stomach, and all that. What they imagined his fat look. It looked just like him too, but the city made him take it out of the Castro. You're married, ain't it? Who married? Ain't it? One of the young ladies is married. Everybody ain't gonna tell you. I guess that's one way. I don't like living like that. Was it Jamal Davis? Jamal Davis. Okay, like Jamal. How you doing, Jamal? Mr. Gummy's worm. Mr. Gummy's worm. Why is it that Miss Wilson gets such a thrill about teeth? We already saw the video of her when she came on. Your churches, your churches are cults, or your churches are cult. Stupid ass. She don't even acknowledge that she had her damn mouth fixed. She go right into bragging about it. She got to brag about everything, just like Properly Bonafide. She come on, there's another one talking about teeth all the time, girl. But we sit there and watch. You just got the braces off, girl. You're in your 40s. That's another thing about Brian. At least Brian getting his teeth fixed. He's working on his body. I think if he can get the shot, it would be great, because it's not going to change anything except he won't be so hungry, or he won't eat so much. Weight loss is about food. It's not about going to the gym. Ooh, short mouth. When I had them, when they pulled them all out, I was in San Quentin, and I had a toothache, right? And I had been doing meth for at that point at least 5 or 6 years, and crystal meth and heroin will ruin your teeth, right? So I went in there to get after waiting for a long appointment to pull the damn bad tooth out, right? And the dentist, he just started plucking them out like it was corn on the cob. He said, "Look how they're all coming out. I might as well get them all," and took all my teeth out. I said, "Lord have mercy." I had to walk around with no damn teeth. That's all right. That was years and years ago, baby. Well, if they belong to you, they're yours. Don't worry about where they came from, baby. But I just think it's kind of pitiful though for a grown ass man claiming to be a doctor and a chaplain and a pastor and all this stuff, and I'm highly credentialed to sit up here talking about teeth. Who gives a fuck about teeth, girl? As he fastly approaches 60 years old. Child, please. You better be prepared to be giving up $35, $45, $4,500 every time you go to the dentist. It's gonna cost you because you're old and you're already getting there, honey. Shark mouth. When I didn't have none in, the queens in prison was calling me yuck mouth. Fuck you, yuck mouth. Yuck mouth, motherfucker. Thank God it was only temporary. Do y'all know that Empire is back on Tubi now? Tubi. I've been wanting to watch that again, and it was very good. I remember before I watched the first 3 seasons, I was hooked. So I'm in season 2 now. It's a very good series. Lots of talent there. It's a damn shame what that boy did to his career, Jussie. I mean, he sings all the way through the thing. For not. I think he's still holding on to that bullshit story here. They even have made movies about him. He's still holding on. It's all about the Shy or Ghost. What is the Shy or Ghost? Those are on what, Tubi? They have some pretty good shows on there. Those damn commercials drive me nuts, though. I mean, they got a fucking commercial every not even 5 minutes. I haven't seen the Shy or the Ghost. Ghost is what's that? That's attached to the other show, right? I forget what's called, the other black show. I'll get around to him. I'd rather pay a fee to not have no commercials, but I don't think Tubi offers that. Some things do. I know I pay it on YouTube. I haven't seen a commercial in years, right? Unless it's something that the person talking is promoting, but I haven't seen a real commercial. I think that's well worth whatever they charge, the little $16 or whatever it is. Why were you in San Quentin? You're a bad boy. I was in San Quentin because I was dealing in drugs. Why were you dealing in drugs? You're killing people. No, I'm not killing people. I was a drug addict, and that's what drug addicts do. They sell drugs to each other. No, I was not the kind of person who don't use and just come and make money. It was never about money for me. It was about survival. And so when I went to prison the first time for shoplifting. I don't think it was less than $100, but I had been in and out so many times that the judge said, "Well, listen, I warned you last time, right? And you're back here and you did it again. 3 years in state prison." So I got 3 years the first time. And then they sent me all the way up. I lived in LA, and they sent me all the way up here to San Francisco to go to San Quentin. And when I got out, I just hooked up with this dealer almost immediately. And I was working for him, and then I was a drug dealer. That's why I went the next 9 times. I was in San Quentin something like 6 times. See, San Quentin is the reception center for all of the Bay Area, right? When you go to prison, you go there first, San Quentin, and then they'll send you out to various prisons all over. It's just a whole lot of people in prison, honey. But you got, and then they had at that time they had HIV unit, because I was positive. I told you since the 80s. They had a dorm there. It used to be a boxing ring, and they changed it into a dorm. So I was in there with a whole lot of gay people. And a lot of people. Not everybody who was HIV positive were gay. It was only like half and half, because a whole lot of drug addicts that were not gay were also HIV positive. Pick up my book, Math Monster. I break it down, honey. Meth charges unless not no meth charges. Yo, baby, I just told you I was dealing drugs. If you're an addict and you got one little bag of speed, yeah, they'll send you to a drug program. He said, well, now. But when you're dealing and the shit is bagged up as if you're not, it's not for yourself. If you got 30 little bags of speed, then you're a drug dealer. And yes, you will take your ass to prison. Yes, they will. I can absolutely guarantee you they will. Right? I don't know what the numbers are. You don't got to be no big time push. I was never no big time shit. I was a drug addict and a dealer. We were all basically dealers, really. Everybody was on the hustle. Tell the truth. Pick up Math Monster on Amazon. You're going to say, oh my God. Diddy did that to that boy. Oh, he made a mule out of the boy. So they giving out time. They give it out so bad here. And then 3 strikes. I think this 3 strikes law is still in effect now. If you go back 3 times, you could get all day. But I always had drug charges. They don't do that. You have to. Your first charge had to be a violent crime in order to qualify for 3 strikes. So I escaped that. Uncle Tim was pushing weight. He shows off his Rolex every now and then. Here's a Rolex I bought from Amazon. It broke already. Look. Oh, don't look too close. Broke all damn ready, honey. So what I did was, I haven't got down to this jewelry store, but they got this little tool to take links in and take them out. I got to fix it. I said, I'll be damned. Ooh, both sides came out. Look at that. This is my Rolex. People, don't fall for that hype, honey. And don't believe all them diamonds on them wrappers is real either, honey. So Shy is, okay. People say they hate drug dealers and all that, but they sure do well in all their goddamn movies and series and all that kind of stuff. People still like that street life for entertainment. So I personally can't watch movies that involve prisons, drugs, and all that stuff. I just don't. I went through it. I watched one series that I liked, and that was called Queen of the South on Netflix. Now, that was excellent. Well done. I loved it. But other than that, especially when they start showing people shooting up and all that kind of shit. Been there, done that, and now it's over, baby. You should watch it. Prison Break. No prison movies. When you watch prison movies, all you do is sit there and judge what's going on the screen. Oh, they would never do that. Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, that's wrong. I said, girl, this is exhausting, child. Let it go, baby. I think you need to let it go. Let it go, baby. Let it go, Blaine. People, I saw Sister Number One show. Did I speak? Thank y'all for coming in, and thank y'all for hitting the like button. Please hit the like button, and we'll talk later. Y'all go and send some love to Brian. Brian going through. Later, people.